Roots by Alex Haley. Roots, the 30th anniversary edition. Roots. Show you what they put up in here. Because Esau has the truth in the books. You just don't understand it. This is page 771. It say, I don't care what these white folks say, declared Matilda. Master Lincoln doing good for us. If he get them so upset, fact mo I hear about him sound to me he like Moses trying to free us chillins of Israel. So if this black woman saying this, if she made this statement about it sound like he trying to be Moses freeing us children of Israel, that mean they knew that they were the Israelites all the way back into the times of slavery, because this book was a movie and they made a book out of it. Now it's roots, black people being put in slavery, and this lady said that us children of Israel, saying that they the Israelites, right there, children of Israel. It's the next one. Black Culture and Black Consciousness by Lawrence W. Levine. So let's see what is up in here. See what they did up in here. It say even here the slaves were often discovered by the white patrols. Then they would rush in and start whipping and beating the slaves unmerciful. West Turner of Virginia reports. And do you know some of those devils was mean and sinful enough to say, if I catch you here serving God, I will beat you. You ain't got no time to serve God. God, we brought you here to serve us. So that means don't follow what they want us to do is not follow the true way of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they wanted us to serve them, act like they were God. Like when you see the white Jesus pictures and all that, because Jesus was not white, he was black. So they wanted us to make them gods. That's why they still having us do all this crazy stuff, like women putting weave in their hair, because they want us to serve them. They want us to like them instead of liking what the Most High got for us. Next one up. This is Elawada Aquano. The interesting narrative of the life of Elawada, or Gastuvus Vesa, the African written by himself. So let's get into what they say about this book. Now this man was an Igbo. He was an Igbo, which in America, 80% of black people are Igbo. So let's get into it. It say, I remember we often had them at my father's and uncles, and their families have been presented some of our offerings are eating with bitter herbs. We had a saying among us to anyone of a cross temper that if they were to be eaten, they should be eaten with bitter herbs. Now I'm going to go down and say we practice circumcision like the Jews, because the white Jews, they copy this off of the Igbo, which were the real Hebrews. It say, and made offerings and feasts on that occasion in the same manner. It say, as they did, like them also. Our children were named from some events, circumstance. It say, or fancide for for bodying at the time of their birth. It say, I was named Alawada, which in our language signify vestitude or fortune. Also, one favored and having a loud voice and well spoken. I remember we never polluted the name of the object of our adoration. But let me come down a little bit. I want to just show you this real quick. That they wore beards. They had beards and stuff. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It say, though we had no place of public worship, we had priests and magi's, magicians, and wise men. I do not remember whether they had different offices or whether they were united in the same persons, but they were held in great reverence by the people. They called, they calculated our time and foretold events. See, they were prophets. They foretold events as their names imported. It's saying, for we call them Afowaka, which signifies calculators of yearly men. It say our years being called Afo. They wore their beards. See, look, they wore their beards. Leviticus 19 and 27. And when they died, they were succeeded by their sons. So these were in fact Hebrews. These were Hebrew Israelites